Hello everyone, I'm Ryan from 2 Car Pros, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. This is our 2018's Gearhead gift guide. So this is a video that I'm making to maybe show you what the gearhead in your life might want to receive for this upcoming holiday season. And I am trying to keep it budget friendly because if you're like me for this holiday season, your loved ones are getting a pack of gum from the gas station and hopefully they're okay with that. Anyway, saying that, let's go ahead and jump into them. First thing on our list is going to be a decent set of nitrile, whatever, these disposable gloves here. I recommend at least a 5 mil on the thickness because if you get them any thicker, they're kind of tough to move in. And if you get them any thinner, they just shred like absolute crazy. You can get these at any Harbor Freight for a very small amount of money. And this might be one of the most controversial things on my channel is how fast you can get gloves on and off. People have made the argument they don't want to waste time putting gloves on. And my argument is if it takes you any longer than a couple of seconds, I'm not really sure how you're putting them on. And they save your hands from little cuts that otherwise would pierce your skin. And they also save you from getting all kinds of chemicals on your hands. If you're anything like me, you want to keep your hands nice and clean. So when you shovel food into your mouth, you don't have to eat grease. So gloves are cool. I would love these as a stocking stuffer perhaps. So all you need to know is the size you want to get. I get large, but if you're buying from someone bigger or smaller, you might want to accommodate. Again, these are available at Harbor Freight for a very small amount of money, and they're absolutely great. I can't recommend these enough. Next thing on our list are these. These are available down in the description. They are a pair of No Cry safety glasses. If I can't find the No Cry brand exactly, I'll get you something comparable. These were $10 or $12 and they are very scratch resistant. I've had them for a few months now, not one scratch, and I'm pretty hard on my stuff. And they're completely fog proof. So if you're working on a hot day and you've had safety glasses in the past fog up and it ticks you off, this fixes that. You can breathe right on these. They won't generate a fog glare. These are incredible. I love them very, very much. And if I didn't have them, I would absolutely want them as a gift. Next thing on our list are a heat shrink set. As you can see, it was $12.99. Actually, you can find them even cheaper than this. I'll try to find one and put it in the description down below. And what this is a set of heat shrink. So you can cut wires and slip this on the solder joist and then introduce heat like a hairdryer or a heat torch, and it'll shrink down and preserve the connection instead of using electrical tape. These are awesome. I can't recommend these enough, and they make a great gift. The next thing I can recommend are these, and they come in a nice set. They don't come all free. And they're Harbor Freight Pittsburgh branded little stubby wrenches. And why I'm recommending Harbor Freight, and I know a lot of people are probably rolling their eyes at this point, is because these are such stubby wrenches. You're not putting a ton of power on them, so you don't really have to worry about the teeth inside of the closed end breaking or the open end rounding. So I recommend cheap tools when you can, and this is definitely something that was very inexpensive and is available at any local Harbor Freight, and I think would fit in any gift-giving situation for a gearhead. This thing is super, super cool. This is an automatic wire stripper by Paladin Tools, Strip Max Pro 6. It has a little blade there so you can cut wires. It also has an automatic stripping function and a thickness setter and a length setter, how far you want them to be cut backwards. So you can set your gauge here, and then you put the wire in like this, and it crimps off the end every time perfectly. This has saved me a lot of time in my life. It's not very expensive, and if I didn't have one, I would desperately want one. Next on deck are these. These are a pair of Knipex, however you say it. Channel locks, part number 8701300. They're made in Germany. And they are the best channel locks in the known universe, and I believe they have a lifetime warranty. They're part of the Cobra series. They're made of vanadium. They have a push button adjustable channel lock, so you can't get mixed up. It can't adjust while you're trying to work on it. It's set as soon as you push it there. And they're not terribly expensive, and they're an amazing piece of craftsmanship. I absolutely love these. They're amazing. Actually, that goes for the entire line of knife picks I have. They're all incredible, and they're not terribly expensive. They're shockingly affordable, actually, and they're available on Amazon. Next up is a respirator, and you might be saying, oh, well, they don't need that. They might, because when you're dealing with clutch material, or you're dealing with having to deal with brake dust that's been aerosolized in some fashion or another, you might want this. This is made by 3M. They're very inexpensive. They're available on Amazon. They're absolutely wonderful. I've had mine for a few months now, and you can see the filters are completely clean because it does a great job. It really does. I haven't worn it too terribly much, for those of you mocking me for having a clean filter. But I know when I'm wearing this and I'm working with clutch materials that my lungs are going to be safe because they are made of asbestos, and this can filter that out. Wonderful product, can't recommend this enough, and again, would make a fantastic gift. Next up is a test light. This is an absolutely essential tool for automotive diagnostics and general repair. So what this does is you attach this to a ground, and you attach this to, you can put it on points you think are going to have charge, or not charge, but current. And once it has current, the little bulb inside lights up and tells you whether or not electricity is going there, and you can discern whether or not it's having current flowing to it, and that will tell you whether or not what you're poking is working or not working. It's an incredibly useful tool, and if you do not have one, you absolutely need one. So anybody would be happy to have this, if I'm being honest, and you can buy them. They're very affordable. This isn't something that's exclusive to just professional mechanics. This is something everybody should own. Next up is a digital thermometer. This is something that any mechanic or anybody who is enthusiastic of working on your vehicle should have, because exhaust is hot, or it might not be hot, you don't know, and you don't want to touch it, and it's hard to discern where heat is going. This makes this tool especially useful because it will tell you how hot something is without you having to touch it. And these are available for around $20, and they make a fantastic gift. And this one specifically can sense electricity, which is pretty cool. It can sense voltage detecting infrared thermometer. I just use it for the thermometer part. And I think the range is, yeah, it says on the side, it can go up to 1022 Fahrenheit. So it has a really good range. E-Tech City, I like this brand, and so far this has been my favorite because it has the two beams coming out of it, and where it crosses at 14 inches is where it's going to be most accurate. So you can see those two dots, and as I get closer, they kind of come apart and come together. So where they come as one is where it's going to be most accurate. I really like that. It kind of shows you where the most effective range is. It's genius. I really like this one in particular. And finally on our list, do not laugh because it's a little funny looking, but it is my spill-proof funnel set. And you might be giggling like, who would need a funnel, right? But funnels are surprisingly hard to find, and this one is neat because of all these interesting fittings in here. And what these fittings do basically is secure to the top of your radiator or fill port or reservoir and stick out, so this can just, you know, plunk right into it, and then you just dump the coolant in there. And then you don't need three hands, so you can really concentrate on getting all the fluid in there. This is an absolutely fantastic funnel. I love it a lot, and you can fill it all the way up. And even if your radiator can't accept anymore, you can put this plug into it and take it out, and then put this into on top of the coolant bottle and take the cork out, and then it'll dump right back into your coolant bottle, and you won't waste any. So this is super, super cool. A fantastic gift, if I do say so myself, and it is available for, I think, $12. I think, don't hold me to that. Links down below in the description. Okay, so those are 10 awesome things any gearhead would be happy to receive for this upcoming holiday season. I know there's some stuff in there that might seem a little silly or even a little basic, but trust me, anybody who works on cars, either professionally or enthusiastly or as a hobby or as a straight necessity, would love to have any of these products. I know I would. That's why I bought them. But other than that, all applicable links are down below in the description. Thank you so very much for watching, and from all of us at 2 Car Pros, you have a very merry holiday season. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, and I will see you very, very soon.